Hi, it's Amanda from Groovy Babies, and I am just dropping by today for my next YouTube video. And today's YouTube video is just based on a question that I just got asked actually off one of my Instagram posts, which is, when is the best time to transition out of a cot for a toddler? Now, there's just a couple of things that I always suggest, and these are absolutely from personal and professional experience, just to consider before you even take those rails down. So, transitioning a baby from a cot into either the sides down or into a single bed, I just always sort of encourage people to think about leaving one womb into another womb into actually no womb at all, because when a baby's inside, they are nice and cocooned and swaddled up, and then when they go into a cot, their environment definitely is a little bit bigger, but they still are cocooned. Now when you take that cot side down or go into a single bed, there is no cocooning anymore. You know, it's free for all. They can get out, they can do whatever they want. They can move around so much in their bed, flip around even more than they can in a cot. So it is basically a liberation for freedom when you are taking them out of the cot. So number one reason for transitioning out of a cot environment or taking the cot sides down is safety. You know, if your baby or child is cot vaulting out of the cot and they're doing this in a sleeping bag as well, or they're too tall whilst the cot sides are up. I've often seen children just sort of stand up and tip over even just by elevating themselves. Then it is definitely time to transition out. Now the next point is, I don't recommend doing any type of transitions if they're going through the developmental phase of separation anxiety, because if they're standing up and clinging to you when they're in the cot, they sure as hell are going to be getting out of bed. So you'll be implementing or exacerbating what I call a jack-in-the-box behavior. So if there is a possibility and they are safe, just to ride through the separation anxiety development phase before transitioning them out. The next thing to think about is whether you're actually just going to take the sides down, or whether you're going to actually pop them into a single bed if they're getting to bed for the actual cot. It's always easier to transition with the sides down because it's not as big a shock to them from the environment or sleep surface that they're actually used to sleeping in into a brand new bed. If you do have to go into a brand new bed and you've got room to set it up whilst you've still got the cot in there, set it up so they can at least see it, practice it, play with it, jump on it, do whatever it is that they like. Help you choose what it is to make their bedroom before you actually get rid of the cot or their old womb completely. Secondly, what is your game plan for helping them stay safe when they're in their bed? What are they actually wearing to bed? So are they going to be transitioning from a sleeping bag into not a sleeping bag, into pajamas, into a toddler sleep suit is normally what I recommend parents put their babies in, because not many children of the younger age, less than 3, will actually stay under the covers. So if it's cold, you do need to figure out what it is that they're going to be wearing so that they aren't actually cold if they won't stay under your brand new bed sheets or doona. And they also need to get used to that, because if they've been in a sleeping bag and all of a sudden you've got doona and sheets, they're going to be, you know, a little bit sort of unsure about what that actually means and what they're going to be doing with it. So plenty of time, role play as to what that particular environment is. Thirdly, do you need safety rails? So it is a good idea to get them sorted before you do the transition as well, not as a reactive when they fall out of their bed. Thirdly, you can put pool noodles along the sides, you can put pillows and things on the floor, because it is highly likely that they will fall out. My previous Instagram post, which stimulated this video, was about pillows. So making sure you've got the right natural fibre bedding and linen sorted as well, so that when you're actually doing the transition, everything's set up. And you're not kind of backpedaling. Children don't adjust to change very easily as we as humans. Sometimes it can take a good 2 to 3 weeks for them to actually be comfortable in their new environment, depending on their personality. So yeah, that's a few reasons to think about. I often do 1-hour sleep chat sessions for families that are considering this particular scenario, just so you can nail it on the head and be confident and capable that you know exactly what to do when your little jack-in-the-box pops up, or you get some bedtime resistance happening as well, because it will happen. Trust me, I've had 3 toddlers. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to post below or email amanda@groovybabies.com.au, and yeah, feel free to check out my blogs at www.groovybabies.com.au and all my other YouTube videos. Have a lovely day. Bye.